you know, we've seen you from the very start of your career on the Contender Series to today, but your approach is much different than many people. A lot of us rush to the championship. You're more in tune with how you want to approach your career. You're saying, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll do this. How often do you have to stand on firm ground and say, like, this is me, this is how I'm playing this, opposed to just kind of going with the flow? Because a lot of people are either rushing to the championship or just agreeing to stuff.
Yeah, I think there's a misconception of I'm picking my fights. I mean, I haven't, I called out a lot of guys. I called out Rob Font, Pedro Munoz, Dominic Cruz. If I'm picking my fights, I would have got one of these fights.
Yeah.
I'm not in a rush. If the UFC wants to say, hey, we're going to push you up the rankings, they'll give me ranked opponents. Paiva was 15 when they offered me him. I said yes, he's not ranked anymore. So to me, the rankings don't matter too much. I think it's more about the performances. I go out there and knock out Paiva, make a good call out. I potentially get that next fight, whether it's Adrian Yanez, Rob Font, whoever it may be. But yeah, like you said, I'm not in a rush to the title. I'm 27 years old. Once you fight the top dogs, you're not going to fight anybody but the top dogs.
You're just stuck there.
Yeah.
Right? Like once you get to the top 5, you're just there. Unless you're losing.
Ideally,
Unless you're losing.
Yeah, right? Yeah. So I think I'm not in a hurry. Once I fight the top dogs, I'm going to be up there. I'm going to be the champ, and I'm going to defend the belt and fight the next best guy every time. So I'm not super worried about it. It's going to happen 100%. I'll be UFC champion.
It just feels like when a guy has the hype that you have. Like you look at Khamzat Chimaev and those guys, you guys are all on the same wavelength in terms of what people expect of you.
Yeah.
It seems like they would, like Conor, right? Like you have that Conor thing also, where it didn't take Conor long, it won't take Khamzat long, and I don't think it would take you long if you chose that as your path. But it doesn't seem like that's happening as quickly as some of these other dudes. Khamzat may be getting one of the top 5 guys right now in his next fight, you know what I'm saying?
Rightfully so, too. I called out the top dudes. I don't know what else I could have done.
Yeah.
I'm accepting the fights they're offering me. They offered me Paiva. They didn't offer me.
But Paiva can fight. It's like everybody's acting like Paiva can't fight.
I'm taking Paiva just as serious as taking every single other opponent. I'm 100%. I fought Chris Martinez. No one knew who he was.
That dude fought his ass off.
And the dude is tough as nails. And I plan on Paiva being the same way, just as tough, maybe a little more skill. So we'll see how it plays out. Yeah.
The first thing I said to you is you got this star quality about you. Now, I got this show called Detail on ESPN.
I saw it.
And I got Kamaru Usman, I got Amanda Nunes, Habib, I got Conor, I got all these people. But then ESPN's like, do Sean O'Malley. Right? Like, that's not everybody gets that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I do Sean O'Malley, and we break down the little details to your striking, next level. When you see that, though, right? When you see your name in there with all those champs, like, does it dawn on you how far you've come in such a short period of time?
I didn't really think of it that way. I thought of it as detailed, wanting to do a very sweet show, and they picked me for a reason. My striking, I believe my striking is. I think Paiva's going to find out. I think Paiva's going to be more confident than he should be going into this fight. He thinks he said he's going to pressure me. I don't do well under pressure, which is not a very good, I don't know where he came up with that idea. I think my last fight I was pressured for 14 and a half minutes, and I was fighting on my back foot the entire time, outstriking him by hundreds of punches. People can fight coming forward. Not a lot of people can fight going backwards. So in that performance, the one you did was a very, very sweet performance. There was a lot to work with. So I think I'm not surprised they had it up there, but it was very cool to know that they do the top of the top.